Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Thursday the 2nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. Didn't sleep real great, I don't know what's up with it. So sometimes I kind of hit and miss in the whole process. So the other thing that kind of sucks is I don't have a hot tub anymore, so that right there kind of blows. But I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to, I don't know, buy one. I found one like on Wayfair that's, I don't know, it's a cheap one, but it's got good reviews online and stuff and whatnot. And then I thought about buying one of the stupid expensive, like $15,000 super fancy badass units, but I just don't know if I want to justify that much money. It's just so much cash, like, just sucks, because then when something goes wrong, a lot of those have so super fancy mechanical, computer boards and stuff in them, and brains and all this kind of stuff that then also become a pain in the ass and they're hard to deal with and hard to fix and hard to get parts for and everything else. So kind of like the simplicity things of the world. It's one of the reasons why I drive, a 67, Suburban. So it's very simple, very plain Jane, very easy to fix when things go wrong. There's not that many options of what could be wrong. That's kind of how I feel about a hot tub. I thought about building one and just making my own out of like a tankless water heater and some pumps and build my own filters and whatnot. And haven't fully ruled that out yet, but I'd like to build it out of cedar, and I priced out the cedar itself. It's going to be almost $4,000 just to buy the wood to make it, and that's assuming I don't screw it up. So you figure at least 10% screw up in there, maybe more. So I'm $5,000-$6,000 in just in the lumber, and then I have to still seal it. I have to pumps and heaters and everything else. So I'm in that $10,000 range. But I have a custom, really beautiful piece that's way deeper than any hot tub out there on the market you can buy, and a lot of things that would be cool to have. So who knows? I'm just kind of up in the air at the moment. But I got a couple things done. Got up, got the dog fed, medication, all that good fun stuff. Everything went fine there. Got a couple things around the house taken care of. Nothing real major. I had to take my mother to go get some lab work done. She's got a doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm gonna check in for blood pressures and whatevers and whatnots, and levels of everything in the blood that you have to have. So I went to drop her off over there, and basically as we were getting it out, I was gonna take the Suburban, but she went to the garage, which was, I said, "So we're taking the vet?" She goes, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, you're going to the garage. There's only what's in there, because you're not riding a motorcycle with me." And she goes, "Yeah, we'll take the car." And I was like, "Okay." So we took the vet, left the dog at the house, went over there, and as we were leaving, my wife texted and said she's on her way to get her father, because she's taking him to the doctor today. And it's one of those ones where she wants to be there to talk to the doctors and stuff again, not just having me drop him off. So she wanted to actually be there to make sure what all they're saying about his health and how things are going, because a pretty bad health scare recently. It made her super nervous that maybe he's not asking the right questions or relaying the right information back to her. So she wants to go tag along to a few of these, at least in the beginning side, to make sure it's all going well. So went ahead from there, dropped mom off, and then went out and parked in the shade a little bit. Normally it's 15 minutes, not long at all. Apparently there's only one person working today, and it was mad packed and crazy busy. And it was in there for like an hour and a half. It was a long time. It was only a long time. 45 minutes, I don't know. It was a long time. And the sun had shifted on me, and now I'm sitting in the sun. But it was cool enough this morning. It wasn't that big of a deal. And I was going to start and move, but I was like, no, I'm good. So I just had to hold it. And it was funny because I just, she was coming out, a semi truck come pulling in. And it's one of these ones with like crazy, like 8-foot long sleeper in the back of it. It's massive, trailer tractor rig, which is funny because to run that rig, you can't carry heavy loads, because most people pack up their trailers very super heavy. But if you've been doing it a long time, a lot of guys will get themselves on a route that runs a lighter trailer, allowing them to have more tractor, more sleeper, more equipment there, which works out fine for them. And usually that's something somebody's been doing it for a long time. And the rig's all custom painted white and green flames and all kinds of cool stuff on it, but he pulled up in to park next to me. But instead of like going around and pulling in, he like turned down the wrong direction, so he's facing the wrong way into traffic and stuff of the parking lot, which not the end of the world, but drives all the way up to almost to the building. And then I don't know if he decided he couldn't make the turn or what, but he backed all the way back down. My mom's like walking out trying to figure out how to get around this guy. And then he comes backing all the way back down that thing, like he realized I can't make that corner, and then backs it in and parks next to me. I was like, what the hell? You could have literally just went another 12, probably 20 feet around that corner and pulled in next to me. I'd been perfectly fine, but oh well. So she finally got around the trailer, or the semi tractor, and then came over, hopped in the car, we were gonna run to the bank, and then she forgot to remind me, and so I didn't realize that later in the day. But we headed back home, got to the house, everything was good. Finally heard from my wife. She got back from the doctor's, dropped off my father-in-law, and then headed back to work, and was up to just, she didn't tell me how it went. She doesn't really ask, but usually if it's something major changed, something's really new, she'll inform me that these things have changed, these things are new, and nothing happened. So I'm assuming there was no major change in the whole process, but of his medication and how he's being treated. So we'll see. Went ahead and also got speaker wire in for my father-in-law's surround sound speakers, and we're gonna mount those. I gotta mount them in the back of the room. It's not a big deal, but I don't know if I want to climb the attic, run wires around there, because the front part, no big deal, but getting them back over the rafters, it's kind of about you're crawling your belly and fiberglass insulation and stuff, getting all itchy. Just run wires down. So I think what I'm gonna do is run them in a channel and just run them along the ceiling line inside the house, and who cares? So the ceiling's all popcorn ceiling, so when I go to remodel the house, I gotta scrape it anyway. When I do a full remodel, if we're gonna make it a rental and or basically sell the house, that's gotta be taken down. So I'll plug up any little holes, put in my staples, whatever at that point. So dropped out speaker wire to him. Supposedly he's got somebody coming to hook it all up for him, because he's got weird ass shit that he doesn't even know how to hook up himself. Got so much equipment there that it sounds like there was somebody coming. I think he said Friday maybe, I don't remember when it said somebody's coming to hook up his stereo and get his TV and all the speakers and amps and everything hooked up in the house. So hopefully that all goes well, gets it all figured out, gets where he can control it. There's many times he'll get it onto like the wrong server, can't figure out how to get the TV to work or how to get sound to work, and it's happened to him for a few years now. He just gets where he can't figure out how to work his damn equipment. And part of me is like, I understand you got some really nice fancy equipment, but I want something I can turn on and have it work every time, as opposed to something that works really, really well when I can figure it out. Like, that's just not me. I don't want that crap. So, but yeah, that's what we're doing with that one. Went ahead, went and got my run in, got myself done with that. I got myself a shower, and it was good. Ended up having like a barbecue pork roast, and Mom made up some potatoes that she found, some Parmesan and potatoes, and they were a little oily, too for too much oil. And we should have put them on like a drying rack, let them drip out a little bit afterwards, after they were done cooking, before we ate them, but we didn't. So they were tasty, had a really nice flavor to them. So sounds like she's gonna make another one tomorrow. We've got enough roast for tomorrow as well, so that'll be good. Went ahead and basically all was good. So Jesus, somebody ran over. This guy put posts out here because people keep arriving in his yard. So he's got 4x4 posts on the ground. They ran them over and broke those off too. People suck. But yeah, got that taken care of. A lot of good fun stuff. And then watched a little episode of Seinfeld when we had dinner. Headed back outside. Got the printer running still, so I'm printing off a few more things in the 3D printer, just kind of playing with stuff and whatnot. And then from there, had myself a nice little cigar and enjoyed the evening with the puppy outside, and everything was all good to go. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.